great service, it's great food.
Friendly, approachable.
Upscale Southern.
Describing South City, contemporary Southern cuisine. Got South City Midtown, followed closely by my restaurant, Vinings, in 2006. South City Buckhead opened in 2016, and we just opened Avalon, South City in 2018. A culinary institution in Atlanta for 25 years. I think we really brought the farm-to-table movement to Atlanta 25 years ago. And that's all about locally sourcing vegetables, produce, our proteins, bringing them in and getting really creative with them.
Like it's a Southern restaurant, but it's got some modern flair to it.
They have Southern favorites like fried chicken.
The fried chicken with the collards, it was great.
Some of the staples in South City here are, of course, the fried chicken. When you're thoughtful about ingredients and brine the chicken for at least 2 days, the seasoned flour is just perfectly seasoned, fried to perfection, so it's still juicy on the inside and crispy and crunchy on the outside. I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can mess up fried chicken, and there's a few ways that you can get it right.
So it's not like your grandmother's fried chicken, but the fried chicken that you eat is really good.
Traditional, but keeping up with the times.
I have the she crab soup. It's one of my favorite dishes. It's warm, it's comforting, and it's just really good.
When people come to Atlanta, they want to experience the Southern cuisine, but it's got a modern twist to it. It's got your kind of more traditional items, but then some, hot ones too. So it's got a great menu.
We feel comfortable bringing the kids here. We've been bringing our daughter since she was 6 months old, and our son his whole life, basically.
The service here is great. Yeah, we have our favorite bartenders. We love it.
I think it has a lot to do with not only the attention to detail that we bring to the food and the thoughtfulness behind the ingredients that we source, but also the connected service that our front of house brings to the guests as well.
We've gotten to know the staff. They're really great. They take care of you really well. Always have great suggestions, always welcoming.
It's like a well-oiled machine. Like you see the waitstaff coming in and out. They're really pleasant. We've gotten to know them.
I still remember when Chef Jack first came. We created the best vegetarian entree I'd had here. And since then, I always say hi to Chef Jack when I come in.
I love table visits. I love talking to the guests. I love guest interaction. People appreciate that little bit of special attention. And don't normally see a white coat at the table celebrating with them or dropping off a dish or whatever it is. I love being a part of that experience. I think there's a regionality aspect to Southern food, right? Barbecue's a lot different in Alabama than it is in North Carolina, than it is in South Georgia. You may not have ever had chicken livers before. You may not have ever had pork cheeks before. But when they're presented to you in a way that's, one, delicious, and two, really well thought out, and if you're willing to try them, then it's something that you'll find maybe you get a new favorite. And the whole concept of the dish comes from a really traditional Southern drink/snack. So we're gonna start with raw fresh pork bellies from Heritage Farms. Those go into Coca-Cola brines. That's then roasted off, and the sugar that's residual in that brine gives it a really nice caramelization and crunch on the outside of that pork belly. Those go on top of a sweet potato puree. That's topped with a Coca-Cola gastrique, which is straight Coca-Cola with a little bit of balsamic vinegar, brown sugar, reduced down to a really syrupy consistency. It's got a pickled veg salad with a little bit of frisee, some pickled okra, one of my favorite Southern ingredients to use, a pickled red onion, which I love very much. And then it's tossed with roasted peanuts. I love doing dishes that are inspired by something else or take a piece of something else and change it into something completely different. There's a really extensive wine and beverage training program for our staff as well, and I love to be involved in that, and I love to be involved in the creation process, but also the education process. I love that idea that they're that thoughtful about it and providing that information to the guests as well.
So yeah, you get a little taste of something different, every season or so.
There's a number of beverages, both wine, great bourbon barrels, and great tequilas and mezcals. The Get Myself Arrested is a play on a classic whiskey sour cocktail, so it's really nice and frothy with those egg whites, but instead of using a whiskey, we're using a really nice mezcal. Another thing I love about the Get Myself Arrested is really just the simplicity of it. A little bit of fresh lemon juice, some simple syrup, that great Zicaro mezcal. I'm still really passionate about food. I love geeking out about food and learning new things, and no matter how much you know or how long you've been a chef, there's always something new. There's always a new way to use an old ingredient or a new ingredient coming around. I still really get joy from providing joy to people.
It comes through how passionate it is about his food. And it's so special for us that we come in here and that, we can get this personal greeting from this super talented chef.
Good friends, good food, lot of laughs, and we just enjoy it every time we come.
When somebody visits town, when my family from St. Louis or somebody's family from up north comes in and says, I literally want to taste the South, but South City Kitchen is the place to go to have that experience with Southern food.